So, as luck would have it, I bought another car. Bought this 04 GX 470 with a host of mainly electrical issues, and I've ironed almost all of them out, but a common problem with Lexus and Toyota navigation systems of this era is that when you key on, it tries to read the map disk. It might read the map disk for a minute, and then it throws an unable to read map disk error, and I'm going to show you that, and hopefully today we're going to fix it without having to put any new parts in it. So basically what happens is you get in, key on, don't mind all the other noises, select English, it says DVD check in process, I agree, shows the map, of course it's probably going to work okay this time. And it works okay this time. Nope, there we go. So, unable to read data, check if map DVD is correct. So obviously it pulled it up once, and now it's not working. So something is wrong with the drive itself or with the disk itself, and we're going to find out what is the problem. So the drive for this system is located underneath the passenger seat. You'll want to put the seat as far forward as you can, as I have here, and it's right underneath the seat. Do this flap, and there is the drive. This area collects a lot of crud and junk. Sometimes you get lucky and find some money, but not enough to probably offset the amount of work here. Anyway, we're gonna try to get this open and eject this disc and see what it looks like. So I've got the disc out. It looks like it's pretty decent. It's not in bad condition, but I still suspect that there's a fair amount of dirt and debris inside the drive, so we're gonna go ahead and pull the drive out and see if we can clean it out, or see if there's even anything to clean out. So what I've done here is I've put the seat all the way back, which has allowed me access to the back of the drive. After you pull this flap, this just like kind of sits in position. You pull this flap, and then there's a couple 10mm bolts. We're going to take those out and see what else holds this drive in. So there's one more bolt. After you get those two and everything connected, it's right here. You got to pull this little flap of carpet, and there's one 10mm bolt right behind there. We're going to get that out and pull this drive out. Power ratchet does a pretty good job at it. So I've got it unbolted. There's one kind of harness tie that's on the back of this. You can probably get that out when you take the front two bolts out. Then this drive just kind of comes on out, and as you can see, there's all kinds of not so desirable things back there. So I've got the drive out. It's on the floor mat here because that's what I like to work on. I don't know. Don't make fun of me. So there's a bunch of Phillips screws that hold some of this together. We're going to kind of try to de-shell this and see if we can't see what's going on the inside.
Take the screws out here. Try to keep the screws nice and in order. Oh, this one. Now take the side brackets off. There. That was tight. You can see this is pretty dirty. There's like a lot of spilled coffee and junk. I don't understand why people have to spill everything in the cars, but I seem to buy all.
Well, that didn't work. Here we are a couple weeks, maybe a month later. We've got a few projects, but I took this all apart, cleaned everything, put it back in, and it still didn't work. There are some things you can fix and some things you can't. Now, when you go to find a replacement drive like this, it's very important that you match the part number. Now, on Lexus from this generation, a lot of different cars use the same actual drive. You just need to swap the brackets. In this case, it's got the 10-digit Toyota part number is 86841. 33060, and it turns out that I believe this came from an SC430 or a GS430, something along those lines. It had the same drive. There's a couple different models, but if the part number matches, it will work. Again, you'll probably have to swap brackets. So I've got the replacement one plugged in, and I'm going to show it working. So here you can see the replacement drive plugged in. I've got it sitting in front of the seat for right now just to make sure it works. I know it works, but I want to show you that for the video. And I'm going to key on the passenger seat. It goes through its normal thing. And where you get an error screen before, Don't mind the buzz, I'll cover that in the next video. But as you can see, it's working. It knows my location, and everything's totally functional. Like I said, it doesn't matter what car it came from, it has to match the part number. That's the most important. If you're going to look on eBay or look somewhere else, make sure that you have the part number off of yours. This goes for pretty much any Lexus model. Have to match the part number. As long as the part number matches, again, might have to swap some brackets, but it will work. So as you can see, I've taken the liberty at this time to vacuum this out. I'm going to kind of clean the carpet up. Obviously, what I think happened is I think something got spilled inside of that drive. Something that spilled on the seat. That's why you don't drink coffee and put it in the passenger seat. Anyway, we're gonna clean this up and get the drive back in. So I've got the drive kind of in place. The first thing you want to bolt in is the bolt over on this corner, that 10mm. You get that bolted in before you do the front or any of the connectors. That way you have something to push against and you're not just pushing the connectors into the drive and the drive scooting backwards. Okay, they're all plugged in. There's actually nothing in that connector right there, so we don't have to worry about that. Don't forget to put the cover back on. And you're done. So, final check to make sure we're in working order. There's that pesky hum. And there we go. We're good. So it's all buttoned up and everything works. This is a pretty easy repair. I'm sure it would cost quite a bit to take it to a dealer and get this fixed, but I wanted to show you guys how to gain the satisfaction of doing it yourself. Now the process may change depending on the vehicle as far as where this is located. Some of them are in the trunk, some of them are under the seat. But I wanted to kind of show you the concept behind what goes wrong, like the air display. I know it's a relatively common issue when there is an issue with these drives. Again, the passenger seat's not a good place to store your drinks, just saying. Anyway, subscribe for more repair videos and check out my other stuff as well.